Protests and demonstration carry different messages. While some are peaceful and are calling for change, others are destructive and separate from that main message of peace and change. Kirsten Choice joining us in studio with a recap of what occurred over the weekend. Kirsten?
Brian, there's quite a bit to recap for you. Let's begin when late yesterday afternoon, early evening, nearly 300 people marched peacefully on the Strip against police brutality and injustice. But by nightfall, that began to change. Around 9 o'clock, Metro officers had to use tear gas to disperse crowds on Las Vegas Boulevard near the Mandalay Bay. Protesters our reporters caught up with said their message was unity and that they wanted to avoid a violent end.
I think that it's incumbent on us to dispel the myth that people who protest are naturally violent or somehow disruptive. There's an incredibly unifying theme here today. We have people of all races, all ages.
Sunday's protest stopped for several minutes in front of the Bellagio fountains. Protesters took a knee and kept silent with fists raised in the air. There were also protests in downtown Summerlin. Businesses closed early. As many as 150 people gathered, but there were no reports of serious vandalism or injuries, and police say the group never tried to enter the shopping mall. Local police and protesters also clashed Friday and Saturday evenings. The biggest protest started late Saturday at the downtown Container Park. Some 2,000 people marched to the Clark County Detention Center and back. After about 3 hours, Metro Police tried to disperse the crowd. When some protesters didn't comply, police used a projectile containing an irritant. Almost a dozen officers were injured and more than 100 people arrested. Today we caught up with community organizers Elgin Simpson. Born and raised here in Las Vegas, he was the president of Community Peace, an organization set up to keep peace after the Rodney King incident. He says things have improved almost 30 years since that time, but that more can be done.
One of the things that I helped push over the years was with Metro and about community policing and more police involvement. And you've had Metro over the last 3 sheriffs more and more institute more police involvement in the community by law enforcement officers getting out of their car and talking with the people in the community where they work